Hello, this is a review of the Humanscale Diffrient World Task Office Chair in black. I'll give you a bit of a story here. I bought a gaming chair just over a year ago and it wasn't great. I had back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, you name it. It was just terrible. And I bought into the hype of gaming chairs, thinking, oh, everyone's getting gaming chairs now. I saw them online. I thought, might as well get one, see what it's about. And the good thing about the chair, I must say, is, well, the gaming chair, was that the chair used to recline quite a lot. So I used to be able to recline the chair sort of almost all the way back. And it had like a cushioned sort of headrest area, which was quite good. Kind of good for relaxing in. However, day to day using the chair at the computer and in general, it just was just uncomfortable, forces you to sit up very straight. There's nowhere for you to rest your neck because forces your head forward, which is a very unusual posture. It's not a natural posture, and it forces you to have your shoulders slumped over whilst you're at the computer. So if you're looking for a chair, do not buy a gaming chair. I don't care what anyone says, gaming chairs are very uncomfortable. Anyway, before that, I was using a standard office chair that was gifted to me. Didn't have any armrests to it, and not much in the way of back support. Very bog standard old office chair. Used that before I got the gaming chair, and it was probably even worse than the gaming chair, to be honest. If it could, and you're thinking, can it get worse than a gaming chair? Yeah, probably. But yeah, it was pretty much on par with the gaming chair because it didn't have any armrests. Anyway, that's the backstory, which forced me to go and look for a alternative. Now, at that point of using the gaming chair and getting annoyed with it a few months ago, I decided to go on the hunt for a ergonomic chair, a true ergonomic chair. And the on my search, I looked at the usual, chairs that people look at. I can't remember. I think the chair is called Ergo something. Gosh, I can't remember the name. But I looked at that chair, and then I looked at Herman Miller chairs, which are ridiculously expensive. Over £1,000, I think they cost. But I was in so much pain. I was thinking to myself, let me just look at the refurbished market for Herman Miller chairs. So I did that. So I was like, okay, I whittled all of the options down to like a handful of chairs. One of them was the Mira Herman Miller chair. Another was the Herman Miller Aeron, which, yeah, is very expensive. Nonetheless, I looked at the refurbished market for those, and they sort of sell between, I think, £400 and £750, which is a lot of money, but considering you're getting a chair that is considered to be one of the best on the market, and lasts for a very long time, even if you get a second-hand one, and you replace the wheels and some of the moving bits or whatever, you could have a really good chair, even second-hand. So these are the things I was looking at, and I just sort of decided I was going to get the go and try the Mira chair, And if I didn't like that, then I'll try the Aeron. And then if I like the Aeron or the mirror, go for one of those. If I didn't like the mirror, I'd go for the Aeron, but get that on the refurbished market for maybe 500 or however much it would end up costing. So yeah, just I was looking at the John Lewis website, and again on YouTube and things like that. And whilst on the John Lewis website, I noticed a chair called Humanscale. Now, the reviews are what caught my eye, because I was looking at it and I was thinking, this has really, really, really high reviews. Let me have a look and see what's going on here, because I'm in the market for a chair. So looked at it, and it was the Humanscale Diffrient World Task office chair, and I was like, wow, this is about the same price as a refurbished Herman Miller Aeron, and the same price as a mirror. Anyway, tried these chairs at department store in central London, and the second I sat in this chair, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, what? Couldn't believe it, man. It was like, I don't know. I can't explain it, man. But when I sat in this chair, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is the most comfortable chair I've ever sat in my life. Couldn't believe it. I was like, man, I gotta get this chair. I decided that I was gonna get this chair before I tried the Herman Miller chairs, the mirror and the Aeron. I knew I was gonna get this chair. It's amazing, man. Unbelievably comfortable, beautiful chair. All the backache and all that went away instantly. Like, I mean, within like a day or something, all those twinges that I had in my back and my neck and all that, because of the posture of sitting in the gaming chair, had gone. You'll have to excuse the wires on the floor and all that and around the place, but yeah, this chair is unbelievably good, and it's worth every penny. Now, I got a slight discount on this, but it ended up costing me something like 540, 530, 500 and something pounds. I can't remember how much, but it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. It was over 500. I looked on the Humanscale website, and the delivery for their chairs wasn't to my liking. It was like something like 4 or 6 weeks, or I don't know how much. It was just some long time to get it delivered. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to get it from the John Lewis place and be done with it. So I bought it, arrived within a few days, and one of the best decisions I made in 2021. This chair is beautiful, and you know what? Despite how nice the chair is, and I'm a bit of a sucker for design, but this chair is lovely. As much as I like the design, what is paramount for me is comfort, ultimately. And this chair is just, it's like you're sitting on some clouds. Do you know what I mean? It just fits your body perfectly. It doesn't have many options for adjustment. You can sort of adjust the base of the chair or the seat here a little bit, so the seat sort of moves in and out like that. And when you do sit down on the chair and you move forward, it pushes the backrest back, which is great, because you can just sort of, you know, I tend to sort of recline in my chair a bit, and it allows you a bit of scope for doing that. But the chair's nice and wide, feels like quite a roomy chair, so you know, when you move around during the day, you know, you've got loads of room to move around. You don't feel like forced into any position when you're sitting down. So this chair is just, I I would give this chair a 10 out of 10. I'm struggling to think of any anything that is actually wrong with this chair. You know, sometimes in life, you know, one of my mottos is you get what you pay for, you know. Unfortunately, I can't pay, you know, £50 for this chair or £100. You know, that's not the world we live in. You get what you pay for. And this is worth every last penny. And whilst it would be out of my normal budget for a chair, just, man, if I can give you any advice, don't scrimp when it comes to getting something that is for your health, you know. You know, this is the point where you don't be a cheapskate. You know, you get it's almost as if kind of like buying cheap bin bags or something, you know. When you're walking out of the house to put the bag in the bin outside and it breaks in the hallway and you've got all the rubbish on the floor, you're going to wish that you spent a little bit more and got a nice bin bag. But it maybe not the best analogy, but look, man, when it comes down to your health, you shouldn't spare any you know, obviously be reasonable, but you know, don't be cheap. Yeah, this is fantastic. I know I've sort of hopped on and rambled on a bit, but it's 100% worth it. It's good materials. It's made of metal, plastic, mesh. And if you're concerned about the environment, it's recyclable, I believe. Not that I'm getting rid of this chair anytime soon, but yeah, it's fantastic. 10 out of 10.